What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? One of these days, y'all gonna come and y'all gonna see me, and I'm not gonna have all of that mess over there. Okay, I'm gonna clean up this office one of these days. Well, I'm gonna clean up the office soon. It'll probably be tomorrow. But nonetheless, what's up, you guys? What's up, beautiful people? And welcome back to Currently Building Generational Wealth Lifestyle. I am one of your hosts, the one, the only, and the flyers. Today, I am Danielle Bailey, and of course, God is the ultimate host. What's up, y'all? Like, my neck been out here necking. Okay. Yes, it's been out here necking, and I'm excited about it that you can see it. Okay. But y'all, I wanted to come back up on here today because like I have been I wanted to share like my thought process today or whatever and how it's like I got this idea and it really made sense to me and kind of like God kind of spoke to me a little bit about it, right? So yeah, what I'm gonna say. Calm down, okay. So lately, I'm not sure about the rest of y'all, I have been consumed with Colorado Buffaloes. Okay, like I've been consumed with Colorado Buffaloes, and I've been consumed with Coach Prime. Like Coach Prime is real life my mentor. He just doesn't even know it. And so with me being consumed, I've been looking at some of his work and stuff like that. And so I saw part of his documentary on 60 Minutes or whatever, and so something that kind of like stood out to me, and that's what I wanted to like something that stood out to me that made me really want to make this video, that made me be like, okay, I really need to take what he did and apply it to my own private practice. So for those of you that do not know who I am, my name is Danielle Bailey. Okay. And like I said, God is the ultimate host. I'm not sure if I said that, but I think I did, right? And I usually take bits and pieces of things from the culture and I see how to apply it to my private practice. Like I'm not just a private practice owner, like I'm a business owner. And and I'm going to start saying that because I don't want to be limited to just private practice and therapy and stuff like that. Like I got a whole lot more things going on. Like I just don't see clients. I sell coloring books, like I sell products and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I host classes. What else I do? I do speaking engagements. I do a lot of, I sell merchandise. I sell t-shirts. So I do a lot of stuff. So I got to stop saying private practice and just say I have my own business or whatever. But nonetheless, so the reason why I wanted to do this video about how to use data or data, however you want to say it, to drive your private practice is because I was watching an interview with on 60 Minutes about Coach Prime, and he was talking about how when his coach had asked him about, his coach was like, yo, you should think about coaching college football, you know what I'm saying? And so he was like, oh, okay, and so Coach Prime was like, well, I hadn't thought about it. So he got with his team, and so he told the team, which I thought was, like I thought was a good idea. He got with his team and he said, okay, let's put a plan together upon how me coming to a program can help. Like what are the benefits? What are the pros? What are the cons? Like he really had this plan and what he can do, how he can do, because he had to go through an interview process, right? And so he was like, he wanted to jump ahead. He wanted to use the data already on himself to tell people, hey, this is what I can do. This is who I am. Like it was almost like the data was selling who he was as a person. And so I was just sitting up there, I was just like, dang. He was like, no college coach has ever done this before. And so he said when he went to Jackson, he did that. And so then when he understood a little bit more about what happened at Jackson, when he went to Colorado, he was able to then give them more understanding, more data of how the prime effect actually worked and the connections that he has in this and that. And so now colleges are able to make a better decision upon him because why? He has data. And I was like, damn, that's good. And I had never thought about it, right? So I was just like, damn, that's good. So then I started watching his press interviews now. And when start watching his press interviews, he always started off with data. He always would say, this is what's happening. This is what, like, he, before he even talk, he has a page that he is reading from. And so I was just like, data is important. Like, I know that data is important, but to see it, it's super important. And so I was just sitting up here like, okay, like, how can I use this? How can I use data to drive my private practice and stuff like that? How can I use data to tell the story of what it is that I'm doing here? How can I collect this data, you know what I'm saying, from my clients? And then how can I collect it? And then how can I convey that message to the world in data, and then be able to build? Like, data is what's going to help me build my private practice or my business and stuff like that. Like, I really need to, like, it really. So my thing for y'all today, what you're listening to, be a student of data and always collect it, no matter what it is that you're doing. Collect it at your speaking events, collect it, you know what I'm saying, from your clients, collect it from your community events, whatever it is. Always collect data up on who you are and what it is that you're doing, and then allow that data to then inform a lot of your private practice and what you're doing and stuff like that, because the data can tell you what's working and what's not working, right? And so like, different ways. So as I was sitting up here thinking about, like, my own private practice, like, how can I collect the data from what it is that I'm doing or whatever, so that I can make a data informed decision about what's working. Like, if I can be honest with you, like, this video is coming to me because it's like, I know a lot of people gonna be like, oh my God, like, I use data all the time. Sometimes I don't. And that's a bad thing. Like, we really and truly should be using it all the time. So for those of you that are getting ready to go into some type of business or whatever it is that you want, always have data to inform what it is that you're trying to do. And then also always capture the data, so that way you can tell people from your experience and what has happened, right? So let's say, like, I'm gonna talking points. So capture data in your own private practice. How can you do that? You can always do surveys, surveys with your client, what's working, what's not working, what is it that you want to see? Like, do data. I know that sometimes I collect data. I don't collect it, like, formally with a survey, but I actually collect data. Sometimes when I do my Facebook videos, like, I collect data upon what it is that I'm talking about. If it is a repeat conversation that I'm having in my therapy practice, I make a Facebook video about it. Like, I don't make a Facebook video about the actual people, but I actually, like, make a Facebook video. Like, one time, what it was, I think one week I had like 6 or 7 people talk about one subject. And it was like, it was crazy, like, that everybody was talking about that. Like, let's say, for instance, um let's use seasonal depression. If I come in and everybody is talking about the subject seasonal depression, right? I'm going to make a Facebook video to the community, giving them different ways to cope with the seasonal depression. Like, I'm taking the data from what I used in my therapy session, right? And I'm going to then make a general video on, okay, y'all, like, this is kind of like what I've been seeing lately in my private practice. So I wanted to be able to, like, make a quick little video, informational, educational video, give y'all some coping skills and stuff like that, because that's what I'm seeing. Because if I'm seeing a lot of it if I'm seeing the same thing in my practice, a lot of people are dealing with it. So I kind of make videos sometimes when I'm trying to promote my business more. I make videos like that. I give people substance. And so and that has driven people into my practice. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that right there, understanding if there's like a common theme within your practice, like, take it, make a quick little video, a quick little tip sheet or whatever, give people some coping skills, put it out there on social media, and keep it moving. And then that way it actually brings people back into your practice, or a high or do a workshop, you know what I'm saying, or whatever it is that you want to do or whatever. So that's another way that you can use data. That's another way that you can capture the data and stuff like that. Let's see, how can we put it together without, and also like I said, surveys, feedback, paying attention to what it is, that your clients are saying and stuff like that, finding a common theme. Because sometimes I'm not gonna say something, I'm gonna say this, a lot of times it be a common theme in therapy. Like this week, of course, I anticipate a lot of people to talk about the Kirk Franklin story. I also anticipate a lot of people to talk about the Colorado Buffalo game, because why, the culture, that's what culture is talking about right now. And that's another thing. Having culture to help inform your private practice too as well. Like I know that culture, those two things are happening right now. So I actually anticipate, talking about it with my clients and stuff like that. Also start gathering testimonials. You don't have to use your client's full name or whatever. If they want to write a testimonial, do that too as well. Do surveys. And I think that is, and one last thing, I know that like we call it the prime effect, right? And at one part of me was like, yo, the prime effect is his anointing, right? And I was just like, his anointing is was really drawing a lot of people to him or whatever. A lot of people to him, the anointing that's on his life, and he's lifting up God and stuff like that. But he has a team that is actually helping capture all of that. Even though prime effect, it's something that cannot be duplicated. Cause like I know one of his team, I feel like his team is capturing. I feel like his team is because like they're always filming something. And that's what they said in 60 Minutes. Like there's always camera crews here. And so I feel like his business partner was just like, like we're really trying to capture the prime effect, and we're really trying to get our story out there. And so I was just like, I took a step back, and I was just like, even though his anointing is on his life and was driving him, his team is still trying to capture the elements so that we can make it tangible. And I hope that that makes sense. I feel like it may not make sense or whatever, but I want to say sometimes we as people, I know it is me as myself, I'd be like, oh, like the anointing that is on my life that's going to draw people. But sometimes you can still capture data from the anointing and the drawing of people. And I think that, when you're able to do that, you're really able to then help God's people more, even though the anointing is on your life and it's drawing people and all of that other kind of great stuff. Like you can still capture some form of data that you can then go back, look at it, review it, and then inform like your next message and all that other kind of stuff. I hope that that makes sense, because I feel like in my mind it makes complete sense, but it may not make sense to y'all. But that's what I wanted to come on here and I wanted to share with you guys today. I wanted to share with you guys about making sure that we have private practices or businesses that is data informed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to necessarily say data driven all the time, but I want to say informed. That way you can know what the people, and we have to gather that data too. Data, whichever one you want to say. So nonetheless, y'all, that's all I got for y'all beautiful people on today. Thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all make sure y'all support your girl. Support your girl, books, coloring books, all that other kind of stuff. I also have a class. I should have said that in the beginning. I also have a workshop about how to self-publish in 30 days. That is coming up for October. So yeah, go ahead and join me. All right. Nonetheless, love y'all. Bye. I'm gonna get my ice cream cone. I did good work today. So I feel like I should reward myself. That's why my ass fat right now. Bye y'all.